Don Julio. What up, dog? Get some air in this bitch. Yeah. Bro, I totally thought that you were either fucking dead or in prison for sure. Since you never fucking wrote back to me. And I hear from you like every fucking day. Nazi Potato. E6. What's up, Carrie? Carrie, what are you doing, Carrie? How you been? Long time no see. God damn it. What the fuck? Let me see. Hold on a second. This is gonna piss me off really bad here. Where is this shit? I'm not using this phone enough. No, there it is. There it is. Perump. What's up there, little buddy? Just checking in, but I was watching the coverage on the MD-11 crash over at the Muhammad Ali Airport, Kentucky. I hadn't heard about it. I actually just got out of a movie. I went and seen this movie called Anniversary, which was kind of weird. It was kind of like, what the fuck did I just watch? But it was actually more of a, it's like a political kind of thing. I didn't know what it was because I'd never heard of it, never seen any trailers. As you guys know, I've been going and watching all kinds of movies just to keep myself busy when I'm not working. And so, yeah, I went and seen this movie called Anniversary. And maybe we'll chat about it later. But, yeah, I hadn't heard of any plane crash in Kentucky. You know, I could just imagine what they're saying right now on the television, you know, probably on both sides, whether, you know, you're watching like Fox News or you're watching CNN or MSNBC. They're probably saying, oh yeah, you know, the air traffic controllers are, you know, they're not very well trained and we don't have enough of them and they're, you know, very stressed out and they're not getting paid and blah, blah, blah. And then each side is probably saying, but it's the Democrats' fault because they're not opening the government. CNN say, no, it's the Republicans' fault because they're not opening the government. I actually was talking with an air traffic controller just the other day, and kind of got talking about that little situation. Why, thank you very much, Don Julio, for the $1. We were having a conversation regarding the air traffic controllers and, you know, the stress of the job and the training and everything that this person or all the people go through as air traffic controllers. I've watched that agenda-free TV before. What's up, Hammo? Midnight Hammo? Schumer shut down pure supply. I agree. grab a beer. I might grab some beer and go up into the desert and have something to drink, but I don't know yet. I haven't really given it much thought. Anyways, I was having this conversation with this air traffic controller, and I'm like, and I, being the guy that I am, brought up, I think like one of the first questions I asked him, like, is it true that there's all these DEI hires of air traffic controllers? Are we in jeopardy going up into the sky in an airplane? And we got into an in-depth conversation about all of that, and he told me, "No, man, you're good. What's up, Randall Barnes?" Yeah, he told me, like, I forgot what age he said that you have to, they have a cutoff date of when they will hire you. You can only be so old to get hired on as an air traffic controller, because they also have a cutoff date of how long you can work for them, up to what age. And I want to say that he said it was like 30 years old. You had to be, or no, you couldn't be more than 30 years old for the start date. And he said 50-something was the cutoff date when you can't work as an air traffic controller anymore. And but we got going about the DEI hires, because I imagine people on the news would be asking these kinds of questions. Is it DEI? Is it because of the government shutdown that there was this accident in Kentucky? What's up, brub? Came down higher, yeah. So that's what we're actually talking about. So, anyways, but the guy, he basically told me, like, yeah, you could apply, and it might be years before you ever hear from them. But if you do hear from them, then they bring you in, they interview you, and give you like a test, I guess, like a competency test of whatever sorts, probably all kinds of stuff like reading, math, shit like that. But he's like, no, there's no DEI hire stuff. He's like, he's like, you go, and you'll go to their air traffic control school, whatever the fuck it's called, and it's in Oklahoma. And he said, you go there, I want to say he said 1 to 2 years, but I do remember he said then you will go and train at where you're going to be working. You'll work, or you'll train for 1 to 4 years, depending upon whatever sector that you're working in. I'm like, well, sectors, what do you mean? He's like, well, you could be in just taking control of a certain section, like a county or a state or multiple states, and they just call them sectors or whatever. But he's like, yeah, you get years and years of training before you ever get on the job. And I said, well, is it as stressful as they say it is? And he says, well, we have a little saying in the air traffic control field. He says, you'll spend hours and hours of complete boredom doing the job, and then you'll have 30 seconds of just pure terror. So he says, like, yeah, no, the job is like cool, it's easy, or he said boring, but then you have those times where you're just like, oh my God, oh. So I thought, kind of give me a good, I actually, when I walked away from the conversation, I was happy with him. I was like, I feel a lot better now. The next time I go and I get on a plane, I'm gonna feel a lot better than, I'm not taking my life into my hands getting onto an airplane, having to worry about the air traffic control or what have you. So, it was good conversation. It's the troll guy, Troll Butt IRL. Okay. Gas is $2.19 where you're at, and I paid $2.31 earlier today. $2.31. Trump 2028, baby. Just keep it going, man. Fuck, it's gonna be $2 by the new year. Actually, it's probably gonna be $2 before the new year for you, M. Hamill. You know, this fucking thing doesn't show me your guys' real screen names anymore. Like, Lavi Chu. Who are you? It's showing me like your, I don't know what they call it, the YouTube handle, I guess it is. It's the @ symbol and whatever you guys use as a name afterwards. Road trip, what it is, cuz. Is this a fire sale? No, I don't have any liquor, man. I am sitting outside of Walmart over there, though. But I don't think I'm going to be doing any fire sales because work, man. Gotta work, gotta make money. Can't get shit-faced and then think I'm going to make money. Trollmonger, that's it, Trollmonger. Jimmy, I thought my name showed up as Midnight Hammer. Well, it probably does. It's just, you got to remember, I'm not using the YouTube app. I'm using Prism. So it doesn't, it's different from YouTube. I mean, if I was using the YouTube app, I bet you $1 million I would be seeing your name as Midnight Hammer instead of M. Hammer. It's copy paste. Oh, what's happening? Yeah. So I don't know. I guess this is actually just a Prism thing, a Prism problem. I don't know. Have you seen Ice Poseidon streamer cruise? People on that cruise wondering what the fuck? No, I haven't a clue as to what the fuck Ice Poseidon's doing these days. I don't pay attention to IP2 anymore. I honestly don't know when I may have last watched an IP2 streamer, to be quite honest. YouTube changed YouTube? Yeah. They always change it. They change it, Jimmy. I see it as you see it. Oh, really? Okay. I have radiation treatment soon. What do you got? Skin cancer? Dang, bro, where I live, the supermarkets are empty because no more SNAP benefits. I heard that too on the first. People were saying, they were saying they're going to have the Snap-apocalypse or whatever. People are going to be rioting and stealing food from the stores, and it was just going to be, chaos in the streets. But then I heard nobody's going into the stores. Nobody's buying anything because for whatever reason they ain't got money, or people are avoiding the stores thinking maybe, something bad might happen. I myself probably frequent this Walmart every single day, to be quite honest. And I would say things are just 100% normal here. But then again, I also don't live in the ghetto. I actually don't live here either. I stay in my car. By the way, can you guys see my bedding back there? That's where I sleep when I'm up here in the Albuquerque area. Lucky me. I need some water, man. I'm a little bit parched. Joke Stoker, what's up? My local Walmart is empty because so many been deported. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. Yeah, things are perfectly normal here. And again, like I was saying, like I don't see any difference here at this Walmart. But then again, it's not the ghetto. This is not like, I mean, the general area is, you know, it's fairly nice. This is the Walmart that was like 8 miles down, whatever it was, 7 miles down the road from Laura's house. So you've seen her neighborhood. I would say the majority of this neighborhood is like Laura's old neighborhood. Man, I had a burger at Burger King today. It was a Texas double bacon burger or something, but it had like everything on it, like jalapenos and fucking, you know, onions, tomato, lettuce, double patty, bacon. I don't know, but it's kind of coming back on me a little bit. Silver City must be ghetto because you can't get a job around there. I gotta be quite honest, I haven't spent much time on trying to get a job down there. I actually was not working up here for, I don't know exactly how long it was. I want to say probably 2 weeks or more. And I gotta be quite honest, I wasn't looking for work down there. I don't know, I just been, I don't really like having to commute to come all the way up here. But then again, that's on me because I didn't make any fucking effort to get a job down in the Silver City area. So, I think, well, you know what, before I moved to Silver City, I was looking online, I was seeing all kinds of jobs. After I then moved to Silver City, I wasn't seeing shit for jobs. So, whatever. I still like Silver City. I'm actually, this was something I was going to talk with you guys about. Just to kind of tell you what's going on, since you guys haven't been seeing me much. You're all asking me, what the fuck, man? What's going on? I'm just looking at your comments really quick. I think they're going to be purging a lot of people off of food stamps. Man, I don't know if it's my neck that's bothering me today, but I keep having this, like, it feels like the side of my fucking head is gonna explode. Like I got a headache, or I don't know. It keeps coming and going. It doesn't bother me, and then all of a sudden it's just like, and I think it's my neck, because my neck has been really kind of tight today. I don't know why. Anyways, where was I? So, you know, I've had a lot of things running through my head. I was talking in Discord recently saying, hey, you know, I think I might get my passport back, like apply for it this month, and then maybe I'll move back down to Mexico, like the Rosarito, TJ area again, because I said, well, you know, I could get an apartment down there in Mexico for around the same price I'm renting this apartment for down in Pinos Altos. You know, $500 or whatever. I can get a place down there. There's a hell of a lot more shit going on. There's Mexican food everywhere, so I'd be in heaven. But, you know, I was just running that through my head. It's just an idea. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. In fact, I don't know what the fuck I'm Cause, well, you guys know me, make plans and fucking God laughs. I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe I'll go to Mexico. It's gonna take me a couple months to get my passport. I could apply for it this month, but it's gonna take at least 2 months to get the motherfucker. So I probably wouldn't even get out of Pinos Altos until January or something. And I bought a month-to-month rental down there in the apartment where I'm at. So, you know, I can go anytime I want. But then I talked to my mom last night. She calls me. She's not too happy. My mom, the night before last, fell inside of her house, and she couldn't get up off the floor. She was alone inside the house and fell and couldn't get up. That old fucking commercial, help, I'm falling and I can't get up. And that's what happened to her. She fell, couldn't get up, and I guess she had her keys in her hand or something, so she starts trying to set off her car alarm, or she's making it honk. I guess, you know, if you double click your key fob, it'll make the horn honk one time or a couple times to let you know, hey, the doors are locked. Well, she said that she tried to unlock the or she was locking the door. She said she did it like 100 times, thinking that maybe one of the neighbors would hear the car alarm, you know, going off, or the horn honking constantly, and somebody would come to see, you know, what the hell's going on. Well, nobody came, so she ended up spending the night on the floor. She couldn't crawl anywhere, so she couldn't eat, she couldn't go to the bathroom, she had no blankets, and she laid there on the floor till the next afternoon, apparently. When she's trying the car thing again, one of the neighbors come by, and she heard the neighbor calling her name, so she's like, call an ambulance. Fucking fire department shows up, gets her up off the floor, but she's like, oh my God, I didn't know if I was gonna die there on the floor. Nobody's gonna come and find me, you help me, you get me up off here, you know. She does have a caregiver. She doesn't have that same person anymore, but that person only comes a few times a week for a few hours, so, you know. Anyway, she's like, yeah, you know, I wish you were here. And I start feeling guilty, thinking, fuck, I should be there for my senior mother, who's, you know, she's all by herself, and this shit's happening to her. I mean, she can't really, she's too old now. She's too old and weak, and so I think, well, fuck. Scratch Mexico. Maybe I should be going back to California. Take back over my old room, you know. I really don't want to do that, but I also don't want to leave my mother there by herself. Nobody comes around to see her or anything anymore. None of my other brothers or family. So she's all alone. She hates it too. She hates being alone and nobody to talk to and shit. She's, every time I talk to her, she's like, oh, yeah, you know, I miss you. I liked having you here and having coffee in the morning, and you could cooking food, and we could watch TV together and shit, which I perfectly understand. But yeah, so I don't know. We just talked last night, so now, I've been going over this in my head. I actually seen Emily today, and I told her this. It's funny. Last night I seen Heather. We went out for dinner, and I was telling her, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe going back down to Mexico here soon. I told her the whole plan, get the passport, move back down there and get an apartment and get a scooter and shit to be able to cross the border easily. And Heather's like, well, why are you going to go back to Mexico? Why don't you go back to England? And then we got into about that. But anyways, so I told Heather that. And I see Emily today. And I tell her, yeah, this is what happened with Grandma. Emily's like, yeah, why don't you go back? You can go back. You can stream from your room again. I don't know about all that. I miss streaming sometimes. I gotta be quite honest. I like talking to you guys, but you guys know, I guess when I'm not getting the feedback, if you guys aren't participating, I'm like, fuck this. So I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence. I like to stream, but other times I'm just like, fuck streaming. This shit. What's the point? Yeah, what the fuck is the point? I wouldn't do Mexico again unless I absolutely had to. I would. I know things have gotten bad down there, but I most certainly would. But the MB. You guys gotta tell me who the hell you guys are, because I don't know. What was I gonna say? Oh, Silver City. I like Silver City. You guys know I don't live in Silver City. I use Silver City as a general reference as to the area where I live, because if I told you guys Pinos Altos and somebody came in here, they'd be like, who? Where? Silver City, I think some people have an idea of where it is. It's in the southwest corner of New Mexico. Anyways, I like living down there. It's nice and quiet, and I like the nature, and I got road trip Cody upstairs. We can smoke a little weed and drink some alcohol, and having my own place, and like fuck it. $500 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, you can't fucking beat that. And I think, if I left that place, I'll never get that fucking place back again. I'll probably never find another place within the United States that I can rent for $500 a month. And yeah, so to leave there would kind of suck, but I kind of feel like it would be the right thing to do, to go back to my mom's house, to be there for her. And I'm not going to be there all the time, but at least somebody's coming in and out of the house every day, and she'll have some company, and she'll have somebody there to help her if she needs it. I did a lot of shit for my mom, cooking and shit like that, and which I enjoy. I enjoy cooking for someone other than just myself. So, is TTS on? Yeah, TTS is on. Your mom has only so much time left. Go be with her, save money, enjoy what you could. Yeah, I also think that too. In fact, I was talking to Heather last night. So, have you talked to Grandma lately? No, I just haven't had the time. I'm like, what? I'm like, your grandma doesn't have that much more time either, You should, probably give her a call, because so one day you might want to go and give her a call, and it's going to be too late. You should give her a call. So, she says she will, but you know how them kids are. I would go back. Keep your money. What? I gotta try and scroll back here. Keep my mom out of a nursing home. My mom couldn't afford a nursing home, even if she wanted to go to a nursing home. She couldn't afford a nursing home. But I can tell you now, my mom wouldn't want to go to a nursing home. My mom would be like, fuck no, fuck that. She wants to be independent, not have to deal with anybody. I mean, I could perfectly understand all that. And, she's got her dogs, and, I wouldn't want to have to go to a nursing home. Fuck that. Carrie, Yes, Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I gotta be getting worn out, though, dude. Worn out from what, bruh? I should call in. Nobody should call in here, bruh. Because I don't have an app on my phone, so you cannot call. Mom's got a nice place. Go be with her till the end. Also, you can bank some cash. Good seeing you. I thank you very much, Mugman. Well, I don't know if I would actually save any money. Yeah, a little bit, maybe. I mean, I was split my mom's rent with her, which the rent was always different because the park, the mobile home park, included the electricity and the gas, I think it was, or the water, or whatever the fuck it was. And, well, it would fluctuate. It would go up and down all the time. Well, they were putting in meters for both the electric and gas at the mobile home park for each individual mobile home. So her, monthly rent should stabilize. But what I was paying her, I would say it was between $300 and $350 each month, probably for the total rent. But then, you gotta think, well, if I go back out to California, then my car insurance is gonna go back up, and the price of gas is, double what it is here. So, will I save money? I don't know about all that. But it's not really about going out there to save money. I mean, it's not about saving money at all to live with my mother. It's about going there to be there for her. And, I don't really have a problem going to do that, to be with her. It's just that, I just moved out here. I just came back. Although I talked with Emily and I told her, about what happened with her grandmother. And she's like, yeah, go back. You should go back. You should go back and take care of her, until the inevitable happens. And, what we're all waiting on. All of our final destinies. Death. We all die and life goes by way too fast. So you're damn right. That's what I'm talking about. Before you know it, we will all be gone. Just a blink away. One day you wake up for the last time. Yup. Big deal. Did you pack a lunch? What the fuck? Yeah, so, whatever. I won't be going anywhere for a while, for a minute. If I were to go back there, I probably wouldn't go for at least another month. At the very least. But, I don't know. We'll see. Mom's got a nice place. Well, I don't know that it's so nice. It's not like it's a mansion or anything. Carrie, why do you keep saying Jimmy? Why, Carrie? My grandfather used to say, what are you worried about? We'll be dead soon anyway. Yeah, I like that. It's true. Why really worry about anything? You'll be dead anyways, Nobody's even going to remember us, after a short time, after we're gone. That's it. We'll be gone. Like, what was the purpose of even being here? Here one day, gone the next. Blink of an eye. See you later. Bye. Nice knowing you. I'm out of here. So anyways, yeah. That's about it, man. I've just been working and seeing a lot of fucking movies lately. So I work, I go and I watch a movie, I go and I get my bedroll, and then I go up into the desert and I go to sleep. We're all chimps and pants. No, you didn't, Carrie. I can go back and look. I see there's Carrie, says Jimi. I'm sure he said it again up there. Somewhere. Have you seen Baby Driver? It's a good movie. No, I have not seen Baby Driver. Just the name sounds like something I probably would not watch, Carrie. Maybe if I were 5 or 6, maybe. Or I was a female, I might watch Baby Driver. So, movie man. Yeah, so yeah, movies have basically been my life recently. I got some membership thing to a movie theater, and I'm running out of movies actually to watch. I probably have watched all the new released ones now. Now they come out with these fucking old movies. Like, you never know what they're going to be showing. Like, just a rerun of some old-ass movie, and you think, why? My phone booted me out of the chat the second I came on. No shit. Get out of here. Get out of here, Luke. How do you think Trump's doing with China? Well, I don't know. I had been watching a lot of political shit on the internet recently, but then I started questioning myself, why am I watching this shit? Why am I watching it just like constantly? Because I think like it's so bad everywhere, all over the world. Honestly, like England's fucked. England is basically...
Don Julio, president of YouTube, sent $1.99 on YouTube. Laura still licking the stink box?
I imagine she is, Don Julio. I don't know. I don't talk to her anymore. No, I have not seen the Springsteen movie. I definitely probably will end up seeing it because I do know it's playing at the theater that I go to. I just have not gotten there at the time when it was airing. I just show up and I look at the app, and whatever is showing at the time when I arrive, I go and I see that movie. So you want to go back to Mexico? Well, you missed the whole spiel, Luke. I was talking about going back to Mexico. I did not make a decision on that. I was thinking about it. And I even told my daughter Heather last night that I was thinking about it. But I had not made a decision. I think I was kind of on the way to talking myself into going back to Mexico. And honestly, I kind of feel like... Yeah, I mean, you guys know how I am. I go somewhere, and I'm there, short amount of time, and then next thing you know, I get another idea, and I'm off and I'm running. I'm going somewhere else. You also stopped watching and voted Trump 3 times, and it's still America's 3rd or 4th time out. Who? What about the place in the country? The $500 apartment. So, yeah, I talked about all that too, Luke, but you missed it. So, yeah, I was kind of talking myself into going to Mexico. And, yeah, I do like my place down there in the mountains in Pinos Altos or Silver City. But the part that you missed, the big part there, Luke, was my mom. Me and her talked last night. She fell and she couldn't get up. She was in the house by herself for like a day and couldn't get up off the floor. And she couldn't go to the bathroom. She couldn't feed herself. She had to sleep on the floor. So I kind of feel bad for my mom. You know, there's nobody there for her on a regular basis. And, you know, being that she's at the age that she is, I think that she needs to have somebody around to look out for her and take care of her. So, not so much take care of her, it's just be there, you know. Keep her company, help her if she needs it. You know, plus, it's like we were saying, you know, or I think what a few of us are saying is that, you know, you only got so much time on this earth, and I know that my mom's time is drawing near, and I kind of would like to spend as much time with her as much as possible before she does pass. Yeah, we were talking about the price of the apartment, Luke, that if I move out of that apartment, I'll probably never find another place within the United States for $500 a month. I know I can find a place in Mexico for $500 a month, but will I find a place here in the States? Yeah, I probably could if I go to, I don't know. I know there's numerous places in Texas, but a lot of those places are, you know, in the boondocks, shithole places where nobody wants to be. I like where I'm living in the forest, you know. I really do. I do, grannies. Definitely should be left alone. Yeah. Southeast Asia sounds good. Well, that's something else that I've been talking about too, you know, that I was talking about that with Heather last night. I was like, yeah, you know, I don't know if I'll go to Mexico. I said I might be going back to Southeast Asia. I was telling her about my investments and getting my teeth done and all that. I said, so yeah, I may end up going back to Thailand or Malaysia to get my teeth done. And then maybe I'll just stay over there, or try to. But I don't know. Honestly, I kind of feel like the best thing to do right now would probably be to go back and help my mom, be there for her, look out for her. As much as I can, you know, there might come a time where she might have no choice but to go into some kind of hospice care or something like that. I have no idea, but I suppose I should go for as long as I possibly can. You could, but it would be in Louisiana, Mississippi, or Alabama. Yeah, back to Thailand to get food poisoning again. It wasn't food poisoning. I think both times it was heat stroke, because I had the same symptoms both times. But I guess you could also say that those symptoms are kind of like food poisoning, honestly. Old man on the hill, what's happening, man? Go take care of your mom. It's the right thing to do. The road is calling. Go to Southeast Asia. Now, yeah, if I go anywhere now, honestly, I think that I will end up going back to my mom's. But I haven't made up my mind on that. But I kind of feel like that's what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. But it still wouldn't be for, you know, at minimum a month before I go back there. just not prepared to go back there. I'm out here working, and I'd have to move all my shit back to California. I don't even know how the fuck I'd make that happen, because now that I've got everything in one spot in my apartment, there's no fucking way I'd get all that shit in this car. There's no way. I sure could try, but I don't think there's any way I'd get all my shit in this car. Sure, I could get rid of some more of it, you know, but I'm sure there's a lot of shit in my apartment that I could easily shit can or give away. It's getting to the point where I'm just going to absolutely have nothing. My mom turned 72 day before yesterday. Still in very good health, though. Good for her, I was a wolf fan. My mom is 78 years old. 78. What will you do with the car? I assume you're not going to leave it. My car? What do you think? Because I'm going to go back to California, I'm just going to say, hey, you know what? I don't want this fucking thing anymore. You guys can come and get it. I don't need it anymore. Of course, I'm going to keep my fucking car, okay? The car has made such a difference in my life, being able to get work, and being able to go places and do things, you know. I most certainly am not going to just say, yeah, I'm not going to pay for it anymore. No, if you go to Asia, well, I wasn't going to go to Asia until I got my until my investment paid off. So, this fucking light so you can make camera go in and out, huh? Stop it, damn it. Yeah, with my investment money, I would have enough to go to Southeast Asia and continue paying for the vehicle. Like, even if I were not to go back to California and I kept my apartment, I could pay for my apartment and pay for the car and still be in Asia. So, yeah. Yeah. Car payments never stop. Well, yeah, so I don't know about Asia, Mexico, and all that. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna end up going back to my mom's place. Go to Venezuela. You wish you could afford one, Carrie? You can do it. We're paying $1,100 a month with full insurance, 4 years to pay. God damn, man. What the fuck did you guys get, bruh? $1,100 with full insurance. I got full insurance on this. I'm paying, I think it's $111 a month. Tell us about that movie. Find it, fix it. What's happening? That movie was a trip, actually. You know, I like I said, I didn't know anything about the movie because I'd never seen the trailer, never heard about it, so I had no idea what I was going in to watch. And it said anniversary, so I figured it was going to be some kind of chick flick or some shit. And it starts off like a love story, you know. This guy and his wife are celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary, and they got their children there. They got 4 kids that, you know, 3 are grown adults, and 1 is like, you know, a young adult. Maybe she's just about to finish up high school or whatever. The mother of the family is teacher or a professor at a university. And they start off the movie, they're going from scene to scene. And one of the scenes, the mother, the professor, is talking about how, universities are not places of indoctrination. They're not there spoiling the children's minds and whatnot. And everybody here in the United States knows that's bullshit. Everybody knows that's exactly where indoctrination happens. So, but then she goes on, at the anniversary party, her son brings his new girlfriend, who he's just like madly in love with. He's like all over her, kissing her and shit like that. Then the girl comes up to the mother later at the anniversary party, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it this way or whatever. And the mother seems like really upset, like, what is it that you want? Well, I guess the girlfriend of her son, was a student of hers. She was teaching... I don't remember what it was. Something about politics, I guess. They never got into the actual thing. But the girl supposedly had some radical, extremist views on politics, and the mother found it very divisive and, threatening to democracy. So they kind of play it out like they never actually said, if the mother was on the left or the right, nor did they say if the girlfriend was on the left or the right. They kind of left it open to your own interpretation. You could think either way, either or. And so in the end, basically, the girlfriend writes a book kind of laying out her new political order, we are change. And it turns into kind of like a Nazi, America turns into kind of a Nazi, well, I don't know if you would call it Nazi, but authoritarianism. I don't know, because I didn't really go too deep into details. Like, just kind of give you a little bit of something to get your mind going and thinking, it could be this, it could be that, it could be the people on the left, it could be the people on the right. But in the end, the bitch, the girlfriend, the whole family dies, except for her. She has her husband. They eventually got married and had kids, and she had her husband dragged off by the fucking Gestapo, the cops. So it was a really strange movie. Really strange. 88 is not the number of the beast. 88. Hi, Hitler. It's anniversary. The movie's called Anniversary, damn it. Sounds like a political movie. Yeah, it was kind of political. Yeah, I mean, it was political. But they really left it open to interpretation. I think that they didn't want you to walk away from the movie saying, oh, it was a left-wing propaganda movie or it was a right-wing propaganda movie. It was kind of more of a, in my opinion, like a movie that got you thinking that, America is so fucking divided that it really could go either way on either side in reality in America right now. Because, the left in this country is just you either see it my way or I don't want anything to do with you and I hate you. And the right is, it's kind of the same thing. People on the right think all the people on the left are fucking crazy. And, I really do. I think the political climate, not only in the United States, but around the world, mostly in like Western countries, is it's bad right now, man. It's fucking bad. I could see civil wars breaking out all over the planet, honestly. I really could. It's 88 isn't Hells Angels, it's 81, homie. It's 81, homie. Come on, man. Man, I'm sorry about this fucking camera. I think it gets worse with this light on. It's like, woo, woo, woo. I didn't bring my external light with me, my external light and fan, because, well, it's been kind of cool, so I don't need it. Hotspots all over the world, yeah, faux show. Yeah, man, like, I don't know, I could go on and on about political situations that are happening all over the world. England, Ireland, France, Netherlands, Sweden. Yeah, things are really, really bad everywhere. I honestly kind of sometimes think, is it going to end up like a worst case fucking scenario? There's going to be like civil wars like going on all over the world at one time. Everybody's killing each other. It definitely seems like it could for sure happen. What's up with Raiden? Fuck if I know, dude. He was in here probably the last stream. Chatted a little bit. Cartels just gave a warning saying terrorist residents will be targeted by... That was weeks ago. That's yesterday's news. Luke. Come on, bro. It's a Sonora cartel. Yeah. I don't know what it's like down there. Yeah, it really... I think we did talk with Braden about that a little bit, and he said, yeah, things are kind of bad down there in Mexico right now. How many miles on the ride so far? I don't know. Too many. Just fucking traveling back and forth for work, and coming out from California, and... Sean James, you're sleeping good at night. You're not having to worry about somebody creeping in the window. Oh, by the way, Luke, I did talk with Danny. I didn't talk with him. He sent me some messages, text messages. I guess, or I talked with Ronnie. Danny must have given Ronnie my telephone number, because I did talk with Danny weeks ago. But Ronnie, I guess, is living in some kind of hospice or some shit right now. So, but he's still alive. So that's a good thing, I guess. Still in San Antonio. Still gay as fuck. He told me to tell you hi. Ah. Give you a hug and a kiss, Luke. Luke's probably, fuck that motherfucker. Until they kick him out for drinking. Either that or fucking trying to molest one of the fucking young male nurses or something. What's that fucking old guy on, what is it, the South Park? You want to come down to my basement? Play hide the lollipop? Yeah. I wish I could get like some more light in here, or even stand outside my car. I do have my mini tripod in my storage. I could stand outside the car, if I had that. But I don't. So I probably won't. Let's see, maybe if I set up a couple water bottles on the roof of my car. Just try and get this thing to stop fucking zooming in and out. You know, I want to say that he got out of jail, but I gotta be honest, I don't really fucking remember if that was. Let's see if I can do this without knocking my phone off the roof of the car. Oh, this isn't really helping either, huh? I wonder if I could just lock the focus. There we go. There we go. See here. Picks up a lot of lot lizards and drops them off at Jack in the Box parking lot. There's a Jack in the Box right across the street, actually. It's right back over here somewhere. Am I in a parking lot? No. No, I'm not, Miles. What makes you think that, bro? Front of Walmart, bro. Front of Walmart. This is where it all began. This is where it all began, right here. In this Walmart parking lot, the very first Jimi the Hobo video was filmed. What the fuck, WW? Who let WW in here? God damn it. Where's it? Get back to the cut. Now that we get that situation figured out. Danny's probably like, let's see if I fix this again. Oh, I think I unlocked it. Yeah, I did. There. And lock. Now it won't fucking lock. Let me see. What if I... Let's try that. Now it's good. Now it's good. Rio Rancho Walmart. That's right. I'm not giving you their telephone number. If you want to call them, you're going to have to look up their number yourself on the internet. Tell them there's this fucking hobo guy out your guys' parking lot again. I just stopped here to stream with you guys. I haven't gone into the store. My favorite Walmart video was in Vancouver. Did we go to a Walmart there? Yeah, I think there was one. Yeah, it was actually in, I forgot the area that we used to go to that Walmart. Speaking of that Walmart, I don't know what brings this to mind, but Pelica, I think we're getting ready to go to Hawaii. Yeah, it had to have been Hawaii. She needed a new suitcase. So we go to Walmart. What's up, Bailey? We go to Walmart, and she gets a few things. We go to the cash register, and she puts the things up on the, the belt, and she pays for all these little small things. But she keeps the rolling suitcase next to her. She just rolls it out without fucking paying for it. We're right at the cash register and everything. And she did it on purpose, man. I'm just like, wow, what the fuck? I think that was one of the first times. Maybe it wasn't the first time. Yeah, no, I think because she had stolen makeup before, too. And I'd asked her, though, when she stole that suitcase, I'm like, why the fuck do you do that? Well, you got money. Why you steal it? Well, it's just the thrill of it. Just the fucking thrill of it. Some talented shoplifting skills. I noticed what she didn't tell me she was going to do. I'm just standing there and I'm thinking, okay, anytime now she's going to say, well, I got the suitcase. No. No. Yeah, she stole it, got away with it. She did it while I was with her. I couldn't tell you how many times she stole. Which I just found shocking, that she makes so much money and would steal. But, I guess it goes right back to, well, I think they say that sociopaths are just like that. They're just like, so? What is that noise? Someone's car. See how much my battery life is like. I'm good. You're so for an employer too? Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. I guess, she was stealing right from the get-go, and I just never, I most certainly didn't know it or realize it at the very beginning. That was, the when she lost that job, and then that same job, she got accused of using what was it? I actually don't want to tell you because this is. I told you guys. I know I've told you many times. I'm writing the book. I'm not writing the book. I'm writing the book. I'm not writing the book.
Jam Donut sent $3.
Jam Donut.
Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Jimmie. Jimmie. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. Jimmie. Jimmy. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. 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 Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Jimmie. Jimmy. 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 Jimmy, 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 Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Jam Donuts. Oh, Raiden was having brow. Don Julio was just here asking about you. Anyways, I was talking about the book. The book is on, the book is off, the book is on, the book is off. And, I honestly think to myself, I don't really want to release that book. But then, sometimes, like before I left the apartment this last time, I just get on there and I just start writing for no reason. I don't know what it is. I really like writing about it, and I honestly have no idea the fucking thing will ever be published, if I'll ever finish it or not. I gotta be honest, I don't know. But there's some things that I just don't want to tell you about because it probably will end up in the book if I ever do complete it. And there's some things that I don't want to tell you about, but honestly, I think that some things should all be told, honestly. I don't think it will affect Helica in any way, shape, or form. I think Helica wiped herself clean from the internet. She started that prior to us splitting apart. I think she paid to have some company just wipe everything about her off the internet. I know that she still has my throat is starting to hurt. I don't talk that much. I know that she still has social media accounts, but I think they're defunct. I mean, I don't think that she updates them or posts anything anywhere as far as I know. I don't really check up on her. She got me really blocked everywhere anyway, but as far as I know, I think she's kind of like, she's like Homer Simpson. She just faded back into the bushes. She's gone now. Are my girls still in that forsaken place? What you talking about? What forsaken place? My kids have their own places now, both of them. Helica got a rush of living on the edge. Yeah, I kind of think so too, for sure. Fuck water, let's drink some breath. Yeah, well, I think that's why I've said for the longest time I always thought that Helica was a psychopath. She got, why do I see red and blue lights? Oh, there's a cop down there. Yeah, she got a lot of traits that makes me think that she's a psycho. God, and I don't say that to be a fucking dick. I truly, honestly believe that. I think you guys are well aware of that, or how I feel about her and the person she is or was. Maybe I should turn off that light behind. Just there's juice on my pattern. If I could never turn this thing off before. I think that's probably off. Let's see. Let me see. What if I did this? No. Fuck, I don't know. Fuck that light. Nah, copy's like pretty much nearly right behind me, but this parking lot kind of separates, and he's back there. I didn't even notice him drive in. Maybe I was paying too much attention to the phone. I don't know. Put this back on. Let me back it up. Don Julio, did you see Raiden in here? He's under that Tahid Steel. I don't know why he changed his name to that. Now nobody knows who he is. He has to come in and say, "It's Raiden. It's Raiden, bro." Jimbo, you hungry? Not really. I had this big ass hamburger before I went into the movies earlier today. I had I think it was called a Texas double bacon burger from Burger King, something like that. Really, it was pretty big, with some onion rings. How far is the nearest drive-thru? They're all over the place right here. McDonald's over there, Burger King right there, Wendy's down at the corner, Jack in the Box across the street. There's a Whataburger, Blake's. Yeah, but I'm not really hungry, man. Thank you, though. Thank you. Appreciate it. Should be a switch by the steering wheel. No, I got a switch here that raises and lowers the brightness of my stereo system and the instruments, but it doesn't turn that one off. There is a switch on that thing, but let's see if I can fucking reach it. Yeah, it just doesn't want to turn off. I think it's like the main control is on this thing. I'm guessing. I don't know. Eat a Baconator. No, I can't. I'm done. I don't want any food, man. Spark some greeny green. No, I ain't got no weed. I never bring a weed up here with me. I'm never really a big fucking weed smoker, but road trip give me so much weed, and I keep it just right there on my desk. And if I'm at home, especially if I'm drinking, I'll start smoking some of that weed, man. Get high as fuck. Sometimes I get stupid as fuck. I get so high it's like fucking laugh my ass. Jimmy needs more children. Hell no. Hell no. I still got a lot of that weed, actually. Yeah, he gave me more. He always coming down and bringing me a bud of like the latest weed. He was like, "You gotta try this, man. This is some good shit, bro." Okay, man. Usually sits there on the table for a long time before I ever get around to even trying it. Goddamn right. Yeah, I did go quite far in a short period of time, didn't I? From the bushes to a brand new car, home. How's my cousin Bridget doing? Well, I'm sure she's probably completely rotted and eaten by the worms by now. She's been dead. Well, I think next month she'll be dead a year. So, I think, in fact, I'm quite positive that they cremated her because she didn't have any insurance, she didn't have any money, and nobody wanted to pay to bury her. She didn't have a lot of friends, so I think the kids had her cremated. That was a cop. I actually have not seen any ICE anywhere. I have seen some videos on the internet of ICE being in the Albuquerque area making arrests. I usually see that like on Instagram. For some reason, the videos about Albuquerque pop up. And there's always somebody crying, "Oh my God, can you believe they're arresting an illegal alien?" Yes, this is what I voted for. She spent all her money trolling me. She gave me money a number of times. Like I remember in Puerto Vallarta, Bridget started watching and she sent me $50. Well, that's actually when she came back around. She was always kind of in and out of my life because she got cut off. Not only from me, but all my other family members. People get fucking fed up with her, and they cut her off, and kick her out of their lives, as I had done in the past. And then being, the suckers that we are, we'd be like, "Well, she is family, and I guess we should forgive her, give her another chance." And then, of course, she'd turn right back around and do the fucking same crazy ass insane shit she would always do. So, fuck that bitch. I'm still glad she's gone. What do you think about a 3i Atlas comet? Is it a spaceship or what? Well, personally, I've listened to a lot of different reports on that, and I actually have probably listened more than my fair share about 3i Atlas. It does sound a little bit strange, some of the things that have gone on, including what the government has done or not done since it coming into our solar system. It increasing speed and changing colors and all that. But I would think that, if it was some alien spaceship, why the fuck? I mean, maybe it just doesn't give a fuck about us if it was an alien spaceship and it's just speeding on by and on its way to McDonald's in the fucking Romulus fucking galaxy or whatever. But, you know, if it was headed here to Earth, you wouldn't think it'd be going around the far side of the sun. It would have come to our side and said, hey, take me to your leader. Have pity, she was crazy. No. Crazy, yeah, maybe. But I honestly think she was just, I don't know, I think she loved the fucking drama. She was just a cunt that loved the fucking drama. Period. Pick up an 8th Chronic. Nah, I'm good, bruh. Not wasting my money on it. She made Helicus sound completely sane and reasonable. Yes, well, you know, I don't know. Both are bad news, bro. Both are bad news. Great surprise fun as FC, like poppers for... Wait, what? Ketamine and bath salt are not the same thing, man. Anyway, let me go back here and look at... I'll never vote Republican ever again. He said he was just gonna deport criminals, and it was all a lie. Well, everyone that entered into the country illegally, that makes them criminals. So you're not gonna vote for the guy for doing exactly what he said he was going to do. I don't give a fuck, dude. The more I learn, the more I find out about how criminal fucking Joe Biden was, how you know, they say, oh yeah, Trump, he's trying to end democracy, he's trying to kill, he's traveling all over the Constitution. Fuck, look at Joe Biden, man. I don't know how much more anti-democratic you actually could be. The motherfucker imported millions of illegal aliens so that he could get them to cast some votes for the Democrats. If that isn't trampling all over democracy, then I don't fucking know what is, man. And, you know, to find out... Okay, I guess maybe I need to turn on my car to keep the light on. It goes off after a while. I guess that's a good thing, because now my battery won't die if I accidentally leave that light on. Oh, fuck. One of these things is leaking. Oh, now it came on. What the fuck? I can see vape juice down here in my console. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, anyways, blah, blah, blah. You know, Joe Biden was a fucking piece of shit, dude. The Democrat. I mean, there's a piece of shits on each side, but my God. What was going on in the Biden administration, spying on all the Republicans, you know, the whole Steele dossier, and all that shit, man. Most people have no fucking clue, I believe. I don't think they got any clue just how bad the Democrats were just trampling upon our Constitution, upon our freedom, upon our country, the future of it, what they're trying to do. And now that Trump has actually fucking stepped in and said, no, this shit ain't fucking flying, man. We're going to put an end to this. People are like, oh my God, what's going on? He's arresting people that shouldn't be here and sending them out of the country. My God, this is horrible. Auto pen. Yeah, that's another fucking thing, man. Snap is okay, but for USA says, yeah, you know, I was listening to a report, I think just yesterday, the day before, they said that during Biden's administration, food stamps, new recipients went up 40%. 40 fucking percent. I wonder why. Could it have had anything to do with all the millions of illegal aliens that he was just importing into the United States? He was flying them in, he was busting them in, he was giving them fucking welfare cards, he's giving them money, he's putting them up in hotel rooms, he's not putting them in jail for crimes they commit. Fuck. Bro. Biden didn't know what he signed. I believe that Biden did not know a lot of the shit that he signed. I think that people were taking advantage of the fact that he wasn't all there, so they were just passing things that they just wanted, passed. They wouldn't tell him. We'll just use the auto pen. We'll just use the auto pen, and, if anything comes back, we'll just say, well, Biden, he signed it with the auto pen. Old man Cheney gun, I heard he died. I'm surprised he didn't go a long time ago with all the heart problems he had. Yeah, I gave him $10,000 credit card. And this is the same shit that's playing out what I was talking about earlier. It's happening in all the Western countries around the globe, or, mostly Europe and Australia, New Zealand. They're bringing in all these third world fucking people and just giving them everything. They're incentivizing them to invade all these countries. The citizens of those countries, for the most part, are saying, hey, we don't like this. We don't want this. And their governments are saying, well, we don't give a fuck what you guys want. We're going to continue giving your money to these illegal motherfuckers that come in and invade your country. We're going to overwhelm your medical facilities, your schools, your housing. You're not going to have any housing. Fuck you. We don't care. We're going to overcrowd your classes. We don't care. They don't have to work. You do. You have to pay your taxes so they don't have to work. It's just like all these fucking EBT food stamp motherfuckers I've been seeing online recently saying, the U.S. taxpayers, it's their responsibility for them to feed my children. My children. I'm like, holy fuck, man. Are they really saying this out loud? Like, they don't want to fucking work. They think it's everybody else's responsibility to take care of them. It's like, get a fucking job, man. Get a fucking job, bro. You can't take care of all those fucking kids. Then stop spreading your legs, bitch. Fuck. Bro, I'm hoping fucking real aliens from space come here. It kind of actually gives me some kind of hope, honestly. And I've heard, I have not seen any conspiracy videos regarding this, but I have heard the rumors through other YouTubers, I guess, or maybe on Instagram or X. People are saying that they believe that the government is going to have some kind of deep fake or conspiracy and say that it is aliens for whatever their fucking reason. I haven't seen any actual videos. I've just heard that spoken by other people. But in a way, I honestly think if aliens from outer space did show up, I think it would be a great thing for the entire planet. Because that would probably just, ruin religion. It would, bring us all together. And we would stop fucking being so divided and hating each other, because now we got a new enemy. These little green men up in the fucking sky. But then again, I also think, well, what if it was really fucking aliens and they came down to Earth they obviousyou would have a lot more technology than we have. Maybe they could come down here and, cure a lot of diseases and, feed everybody on Earth, and, life would be great. But God knows, But, yeah, if they did come down, like Raiden said, yeah, they'd be illegals, and fucking Trump would probably try and blast them out of the sky with a nuclear bomb or something. I heard aliens were the ones that shot Trump in the air. A lot of women need to finally get it that having kids is a choice. No one should be expected to help you out raising them financially otherwise. Well, I don't know about that, because I think we're all aware that there's plenty of fucking dudes out there that are going out and, getting laid, maybe have a one-night stand, and the fucking chick ends up pregnant. And the guys say, fuck this, I'm out of here. Not saying that it's right, but hey, now the chick is, she's stuck with a kid. And yeah, being a single parent, how the fuck you take care of a kid and work a job? Yeah, sure, you shouldn't have spread your legs, but whatever. There are cases, I think, most certainly that we need to be able to help people out. But yeah, what I said about these women, like, I think we've all seen them on Instagram and X. They were saying, they believe that we, the taxpayers, need to go and work to pay for their fucking children. Like it's our responsibility. Like you can see that. I've seen a number of them too. Like, well, I'm not going to work a job. What the fuck do you mean? I got to go work a job. They literally are saying shit like that. Like, there's no way I'm going to work for a job. You need to give me my money. You need to give me my EBT, my SNAP, or whatever, Women trick men. Oh, yeah, there's that, too. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of fucking dudes out there that probably have raised children that probably were not their children, Bitch be out fucking some other dude. Think, well, this guy, he didn't get me pregnant, but he'd probably make a better father, or this guy's got more money, so I'm just going to say it's his baby. I'm sure there's plenty of that, too, but... we could go on and on about those kind of theories, but just to go back to, I think there are people most certainly that do need our help, that might be having a tough time getting by, raising children or whatever, and they need a little hand up. I needed it. There was a time where I was desperate and went down to the welfare office. So, but, it's not something that you're supposed to stay on your whole fucking life. When are we having a tequila fire sales? I don't know, bro. I don't know. That would have to be something like I'd do back at my apartment because, I'm not gonna get shit-faced out here. I guess I could get shit-faced out in the desert or rent a camping spot over here to get shit-faced at, but I don't like coming up here and getting shit-faced because then I won't want to work or go to work. I'm like, fuck this. Yes, of course you're banned. Of course you're banned. Remember the song, All That She Wants Is Another Baby? Yeah. Nice. All she wants is another baby. I'm German Blue ZZ. What's that mean? I think Trump would negotiate a deal with the aliens, exchange all liberal dumb fucks for technology. Yeah. Soon to be a providence of Pakistan. Yeah, you and all the rest of Europe, man. You and all the rest of Europe. So bad over there. I feel really bad for like all those countries, but especially England, because I spent so much time there, and to see the entire face of England change, last time I was there, I think it was 2017, and honestly, it was like, at that point already, it was almost unrecognizable, because there were just so many fucking Muslims, and these women in those full black robes with the whatever thing, you can only see their fucking eyes. I remember telling my friend, man, I said, God, I expect like at any time one of them to just yell out, Allah Akbar, and fucking blow themselves up. And he laughed about it at the time, but now, I'm sure by now the guy's got to be thinking, man, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck happened? Just yesterday, I think it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before yet, I don't know, some fucking dude riding a train, going into London, stabbed 10 people on the train. And of course, they didn't say who the person was, or the origin of him, or his family. If it was a white dude, they'd tell you right away, oh yeah, it's a white British guy, but no. When it's one of the Religion of Peace members, they never tell you. That just hasn't been released. Tommy Robinson got off today. Elon threw $100,000 for his legal bills. Did he really? That's cool, man. Mom's home. Oh, Sweden. Beautiful country, history going back to town. Gang capital. Yeah. I know. I mean, it's the same everywhere. Really. Every white country, basically. Essentially. And, at this point, I don't know how anybody could not say that what's happening in all these countries, including the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, all over Europe, that all this isn't by design. For sure. I would say 100% by design. Probably by some rich fucking Zorro motherfucker, or what? Sorrow, rather. Bill Gates, George Soros, just throwing fucking money at, because George Soros for sure he likes to upheaval in countries, but I will most certainly, what I would say is it's what do you call it, the globalist. Gotta have one government. We gotta have the what do you call them, electronic IDs. We gotta know everything about you. We gotta bring in those central bank digital currencies so we can control your money. We want to know everything that you say on the internet, so in case you say anything we don't like, we can just cut you off of your cash. Your London has changed so much in 4 years. Oh, shit. London is 80% cunts now. Bro, yeah. Matter of fact, last night when I was speaking with Heather, I was telling her about me possibly going back to Mexico to live, one of the first things Heather said was, well, why don't you just go back to England? And I told her, no, I'm probably never going to go back there. I said, unless there's like a civil war and they get the shit straightened out, I can't go back there, because they'd probably arrest me as soon as I stepped off the plane, because I've said so much shit about their government and the way they're running things over there, and the shit that they're allowing all these migrants to get away with, rape and murder, and, you know, just trashing the country, throwing garbage fucking everywhere. You know, as far as I'm concerned, we should fucking round them all up and send them fucking back. And if not that, well, I can't say, because they'd probably ban my fucking channel, but let's just put it this way, we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of them everywhere. I would love to go back to England, and I would defend England. I love England. I've spent many, I have no idea how much time altogether I've spent in England, but I've spent a lot of time there. And I love England. I got friends there. But like I just got to saying, I probably will never go back unless there's dramatic changes. You know, tomorrow is Guy Fawkes night. Penny for the guy. I was joking around with one of my British viewers in Discord today. I was like, wow, I heard you've been buying mass quantities of gunpowder. And you're going to make tomorrow the 5th of November to remember. The real 5th of November to remember. And honestly, I kind of feel like that's kind of what they fucking need to do. That fucking government over there just does not give a shit about what the people want. That Keir Starmer, he's a fucking total piece of shit. That guy is like an enemy of the state. He doesn't give a fuck. You know, he does not give a shit about the country or the people. He just keeps importing these third world pieces of shit in there to destroy the country. And women keep getting raped, people keep getting stabbed, and like all the other fucking crimes that come along with it. And he does not give a fuck. You know, he'll smile at the camera and tell you something different, but comes down to it, he doesn't give a shit. Sounds like Gavin Newsom. Yeah, exactly. But it was exactly the same with, you know, Joe Biden. Joe Biden just importing millions and millions of people into the United States, turn it into a third world shithole to stay in power, keep Democrats in power. Damn it. Name one animal who ain't racist. Jimmy smuggled like 5 joints in the English socks. Yes, I did. Good memory there, WW. You know, honestly, someone there said Newsom and Harris would run together, run as a ticket for president. I wouldn't think that either one of those two could win the presidency, but honestly, you know, as corrupt as our system is, anything could fucking happen. Anything could happen. You live right near an immigrant camp 5 miles from Dover. Bro, what the fuck did they do to the cathedral in Dover? They got the Oh man, if you guys don't know, it's actually Canterbury.
Jam Donut sent $2. Jimmy, if you had to choose between laying on vegans' bed sheets or farting in the bath and then drinking the water, which would you choose?
Oh, fart in the bath. Fart in the bath. It's actually the Canterbury Cathedral, but it's close to Dover. That church, I think is like 1,000 years old or more. Beautiful church. I've been in there. I probably have some pictures I could share with you guys. And they fucking let these people come in. I'm sure it's stickers, but they put up these stickers and it made it look like the entire inside of the Canterbury Cathedral is graffitied. I'm like, just defacing the house of God. And I'm just like, what in the fuck is wrong with the fucking people running the church now? And I was just shocked. I was shocked. Drinking is supposed to be at work. Yeah. Yeah, I could not believe that. And that's supposed to be up, I think, through the new year. No. That's the refurbishing. It's supposed to be an art display or some shit like that. Look it up, man. Go over there. Go into the cathedral and look. It looks like someone took spray paint cans and painted all over the church on the inside. But it's like a desecration. Time for the Crusades. I've been saying that too. I think it's time to bring that fucking shit back. People need to stand up, but I don't think that people will, because they've been so fucking brainwashed, not only here in America, but all these other countries. They think that we gotta be tolerant, we can't be racist, we can't be xenophobic, we can't be this, we can't be Islamophobic. But these motherfuckers are murdering our people, raping the women, destroying the countries, while we sit back and say, well, we can't judge them. You know, we got to take care of these people. Diversity is our strength. Bullshit, man. Bullshit is our fucking strength. It's destroying our countries. And yeah, bring back the fucking Crusades, man. Bring back fucking warriors. And, well, yeah, I got to kind of cut it off right there. Yeah, cut it off. I can't, if I say really what I think should happen, honestly, the channel could get completely banned. Pick up quadruple baconator. That's fake. Is it stickers? I'm pretty sure it's stickers, because I really can't believe that they would let someone actually go into the cathedral and graffiti those walls with all the history of that church and the people that are buried there and shit. You know, it's just like, I find it insulting that they even put the stickers on the fucking wall, man. No, it's not Muslims that did this, the spray painting and shit. Like I said, it's supposed to be some kind of artistic thing, and I think they said that they wanted to, I don't know, bridge the divide, or bring in younger people, or some shit. I'm sure it's there to, I don't know if I can share my screen here with you, because I would go and look this up. Can I do it? I know if we were doing like a phone call, I could share my screen. Anyways. Oh, there's a whole bunch of different colored spray painting in there, and there's things about shit like questioning God and some of the things God did, and it's been a couple weeks since I've seen it. I would say I seen it only maybe 2-3 weeks ago, so it's recent. I've seen, well, we got that shit here, like in New York. The fucking Muslims get down on their carpets and start praying in the middle of the fucking street, blocking traffic. I see that in Canada, and the cops stand by to protect them. Why, they break the law and, you know, impede people from going to where they want to go. The cops are protecting them. It's another thing that really fucking pisses me off is the two-tiered justice system. And like, especially in England, man. If you say anything about the fucking Muslims, they'll arrest you. You'll be arrested, like, immediately. Like, was a point you couldn't even fly the St. George flag or the Union Jack in England, in their own country, because it offends the Muslims. But they could fly the fucking Palestinian flag, and I don't know how we got on this subject. This is why I stopped trying to watch the news all the time, because it really just gets my fucking blood boiling, and I think, you know, I just don't want to be thinking about this shit all the fucking time. Yeah, I seen a recent video of a guy, Muslim, carrying a knife. He said, well, it's for religion. For religion. But if you were carrying a knife, you can bet your ass you'd be taken to jail. Let's talk Helica in the book. What time is it, man? Yeah, I noticed when I got to rambling about politics and shit, people started leaving. Must have been all the Democrats. They're like, oh, fuck this guy. He's talking about our guy. Joe Biden, he's talking about our man. What the fuck is going on over here? There's a chick walking around in the parking lot with her pants down. Let's see if I can show you. Let's turn this shit around. Her ass is hanging out and shit. Put my glasses on. See, she's got her fucking ass hanging out and shit. You just never know what the fuck you're gonna see at Walmart. The world is a ghetto. Yeah, man, the world is a ghetto right now. Things are really fucking bad just everywhere, man. And they're only getting worse. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you guys about this, too. So I was in Albuquerque a couple days ago, and I was at a different Walmart, and I was trying to get out of this Walmart and make a left-hand turn, but there's so much fucking traffic, I couldn't do it. So I went out the road a little bit and tried to flip do a three-point turn, you know, and go back down to where I wanted to go. Well, there's some fucking bitch walking up the sidewalk with one of those Tifa things, I think they're called, the white and black fucking Palestinian scarf things, one of them, you know, the terrorist fucking rags that they wear. And on my license plate holder that was given to me by the dealership when I bought this car, on both the front and the back of the car, the license plate holders say, God bless America, I think with an American flag. And anyways, I go out the road to make my three-point turn. This woman's on the sidewalk, and when I turn left, I then had to back up so that I can then finish the turn to make the full U-turn. And this woman's on the sidewalk. She's wearing one of them fucking Palestinian terrorist rags. And as I'm about to back up to finish the turn, I look in the rear view mirror, and she looks right at me in the mirror and fucking flips me off. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, the fuck is that for? You know, she's just some bitch walking up the fucking sidewalk, but then I notice she's got the thing on, and I'm thinking, I'm wondering, is she fucking flipping me off because my license plate holder says, God bless America? Are things that fucking bad right now in the United States or elsewhere for that matter? That, you know, fucking people are so hateful they're gonna flip you off because you've got some kind of reference to God on your fucking license plate holder? That upsets you so much you're just gonna flip off some fucking stranger? I didn't give a shit. I looked at her and I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch's problem? And she wasn't flipping out nobody else because there was nothing else across the street. There was no people, or there was nothing for her to be flipping off. So I know for a fact, I could tell she was looking right at me in my mirror when she flipped me off. And I was just like, wow, man, has shit gotten that fucking bad that people are just that hateful? That you're angry at random strangers because they might believe in God. It's so crazy to me. It's so fucking crazy. You know what? I think, I might go in the store and get a drink and, go up the hill and, park, have my drink, and then go to bed. Do I really want a drink? I suppose one drink won't hurt, right? Right? Who's with me? A NIMBY. What the fuck is a NIMBY? Get a Gatorade. I'll just get one can of something, I guess. I actually got a shit ton of water in the car. I've got at least 4.5 bottles. Sure. Let's go park closer to the door. Go in and get a drink. I actually don't really drink when I'm up here. When I'm working. I did have one drink the other day. I think like 2 days ago. I just kind of felt like having one, so yeah, I got one can of that. I think that Mike's hard lemonade kind of stuff. I got like a cranberry can, whatever it's called. That was it. I went to sleep. Let's see. Looks like let's park right here. Yeah. Get in there. Get in there, Jimmy boy. Let's see, do I have my wallet? Yes, I do. Fuck, I hate to go all the way to the back of this market just to get a drink. Oh, you know what? I think they have drinks up front. Now that I think about it. Fuck. Oh, Yes, TTS is on, but I don't have the speaker. I do have the speaker, but it actually is in my storage. I really wasn't thinking about streaming. I just kind of came out of my storage and said, yeah, you know, maybe I will stream. People been trying to get me to do it for a while. Pretty sure I seen drinks over here the other day. Yes, they ain't. Look, right there, shit. Right up front. Good.
Get this page check there, take it out of the way for you. Like I said, keep the managers happy. Thank you very much. And you're all ready.
Thanks. This one take cash?
Yeah, it's like a vending machine. And just down here where the green arrows are, it just beeps in right there.
Pull the helicopter over. Nah, I'm good, bro. Bag. Receipt. Change. Vominos. I did steal from here once by accident. I was doing a live stream, actually. I know a bunch of you guys, I'm sure, noticed that I was checking out, and I forget, something went wrong at the register or something. I think I was probably just about to scan a tub of coffee, and something happened. I set the coffee down, and the guy come over to fix the machine or help me with whatever it was. And while he was doing it, I thought I had already scanned the coffee, and I had not. I picked it up, put it in the basket, and walked out. And then I come to find out later, through the trolls, they're like, Jimmy stole coffee from the Walmart. I was like, oh shit, they're right, I did. Yeah, look, here's my license plate holder. God bless America. I'm sure that's what that girl must have been flipping me off for, because honestly, there's no other reason that I could think of. She definitely didn't look crazy. She looked normal, except for that fucking terrorist scarf around her neck. Let's see what you guys are saying. Walmart is like Cuba on crack. Get a Red Bull for the morning. Well, every morning I either get coffee or I get a energy drink. Sometimes I get both. camera's bagging anybody. My phone is kind of blocking my screen a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to drive up to my spot. Since I'm driving, I won't have my glasses on. I can't really see what you guys are writing. So unless I come to a stop or I'm in a safe spot with no people around me, I can't read. I mean, I'll put my glasses on if I come to a stop or a safe spot. You guys will have to chat amongst yourselves or send me TTS messages or media. Still got media. So yesterday, pretty sure that was yesterday, I pull up to my spot. I go to this same spot all the time now. It's basically on an old road at the top of the hill up by Laura's old place. And the cops come by there all the time. They come by and they shine their light on me. Or they don't even really, well, some do, but some don't anymore. I think that they know me and now they drive by. Last night I pull up there and there's a sheriff there parked in my spot in the desert. Get up this old road. He's just sitting there. He's got his lights on. And I'm like, man, this is my fucking spot, motherfucker. So I drove past him and I flipped a U-turn and pulled up behind him. Not that close. I mean, close enough though. He must have been thinking, what the fuck's this guy doing? But I was like, really, I was thinking, this is my spot, man. You got to go find your own. Go hide out somewhere. You know, I think that's probably what he was doing. He was just like taking a little time off. He's like, I'll just come up here and park in the desert, and I don't have to go out and arrest bad guys. And nobody will know or be any the wiser where the hell I'm at. But he never got out of his car or said anything. He ended up just driving off. Eventually, he was only there a very short time. But I actually was, I'm still a little bit wary about being up there because they could tell me to get fucking lost at any time. If a cop wanted to, just tell me, move along, son. I'd have no choice but to do so. But I was like, fuck it, man. They've been by here so many times and seen me here so many times, shine their lights on me. I've even talked to one. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just pulling up right behind this guy, letting him know. I'm here to stay for the night, fucker. This is my spot, whether you like it or not. It's a good spot because it's dark, it's quiet, there's nobody that comes by me. I mean, there's been some times when there's been guys out here riding motorcycles. Well, you see them with their ATVs or whatever. That one time that I camped up, I didn't camp, I'm sleeping in the car on top of that hill. But I think all the times I've stayed up here, only one time has like a person come by, and they were on like an electric bicycle, and I just went by. Nobody's ever bothered me. Actually, there was a guy that came up there a couple times in a truck, and he must come up in the middle of the night because I never heard him. But I woke up twice, and he was parked a little bit down the road from where I was at. I'm sure he must have been in his truck sleeping. I didn't give a shit as long as he didn't wake me up and didn't bother me. There's plenty of room. Pull up and be quiet. Leave me alone. But it's a great spot. I was actually thinking about earlier, before I started the stream, I was thinking, maybe I'll drive up to the forest, I'll download a bunch of YouTube videos, just watch videos and go to sleep. Drink like a 6-pack or something. But it was the whole 6-pack thing that got me to change my mind. I was like, man, I shouldn't be drinking, man. I gotta work, Brad. Fucking work. Fucks everything up, bro. Don't they know who I am? I gotta have my drinking time, bro. Gotta have my drinking time. It's just not right to me, cutting into my drinking time. I don't drink up here, man. I drink down there at the apartment all the fucking time. I don't know what it is. I can get to drinking with Cody and Eddie. Bought a number of liquor bottles down there. But up here, I haven't been drinking at all. But yeah, I wouldn't say at all. I have drank, but not that much. Alright, we're only moments away, ladies and germs. Whoop. It's actually a really fucking dangerous turn. Doing like 65 right there. I like to try and zoom in here and get up the hill before anybody kind of really notices what the fuck I'm doing. And the people coming down that hill are up and doing 70 plus. This is the old road. This is what everybody used to drive on before they built that highway that I was just on. They have gates at both ends, and oftentimes, especially that way that I just came in, the cops will lock it. Why they do that, I have no idea, but they do. But they always leave the other end open, so if I pull in there and that shit's locked, I can always go further down the road to the other entrance and pull in. This is it, man. This is my home away from home right here. And there's I have my own pee spot. I've been salting the earth over here. I piss in the same spot every night, every day. Yeah, sure nothing's ever going to grow there again because I've pissed there so many times. I've salted the earth, bro. I've salted the earth. Matter of fact, I think I might get out right now and take a piss. Where are my glasses? Did they end up on the floor? They did after that turn. Oh, you guys didn't notice, man. I got a haircut, man. I got me some new shoes, man. I got my feet done. All right. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna pee. Try to leave the door open so you can listen. Listen to my dribble. full moon tonight, man. It's gonna be bright out here. Is it just me and you, Lucky Leo? Should have a dog, useful sidekick camping. I'd love to have a dog, man, but the owner of the place that I live in doesn't like pets. I mean, he does, but he likes his pets, and that's it. So, yeah, nobody's supposed to have pets over there. Cody got a cat, but him and Cody been friends since they were kids, I guess, so Cody got a cat. When the fuck are we gonna see a Miss Phillips? Bruh. Maybe if I sit still someplace and get my teeth fixed. Get my teeth fixed. I went to the movies today. When I got my ticket, I was going to be the only person inside of the theater. There was no other seats that had been bought. I get there, and I walk in. There is a guy that's like in the middle of the theater. I always like to sit all the way at the top in the dead center to watch a movie. I go in, and there's some fucking woman sitting there. I don't know if she was in my seat, but she most definitely had to have been in a seat right next to me. And I'm like, I walk up to her, I'm like, are you my date? And she says, is your seat this one or that one? I'm thinking to my fucking self, you bought the tickets, you could see that the entire fucking theater is open, and you buy a seat right fucking next to me? I didn't say anything to her. I was just like, and she's like, oh, is this your seat or that your seat? I said, it's okay, I'm going to sit down there. The next aisle down in the center. I didn't want to fucking sit next to some strange old broad. But I was just like, what the fuck, man? Trust me. Had she been some fucking hottie, I would have probably just sat down and said, made her my day. But no, she was not attractive. Trust me, there was no way there was anything happening there. Lighting up cigarettes in movie theaters. I don't ever remember that happening here in the United States, but shit, the first time I went to England, well, a number of times that I was in England, I don't remember we could smoke in Vancouver, but I know we could drink in Vancouver. But in the movie theaters in London, you could drink and smoke. And I thought it was a thing. I fucking bought a cigar. I bought a cigar and a beer and fucking smoking a big fatty in the movie theater in London. Okay. Yeah, you used to be able to do that back in the day. Where did I stay in England? I stayed mostly in the Northwest 3, Northwest 5 area. So I spent a lot of time in Belsize Park. I spent a lot of time in like Chalk Farm, Kentish Town. I stayed in a squat in Hammersmith, with my friend, but I only did that a short time because I was working, and that, everybody else there that was living there was basically on the dole and were just fucking partying 24/7, so I couldn't rest, so I ended up leaving that the squat. Kinistan is nice. It's alright. I like Belsize Park area. It's probably one of my most favorite spots. Of course, I spent, I didn't, hang out in Hampstead all the time. I mean, I was there frequently, but definitely more south of there. Off the northern line, basically, I guess you could say. When I was younger and living there, the weekends or whatever, go and see shows at the Marquee in the West End, which of course isn't there anymore. I used to go to the Hippodrome and go to a lot of acid house parties. That was a long time ago. Long time ago, right? Oh, cheers, Lucky Leo. Cheers, brother. Yeah, I'll miss England, man. I'll miss England. Hippodrome still going now? Cool. Yeah, I used to hang out a lot in Camden as well. A lot of pubs there. Pubs, clubs. Go on the weekend, everybody's hanging out in the street, fucking drinking, partying. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, man. I loved being there. Should come back. I'd love to. Full of rich cunts now. Bro, I would imagine that all of London's got to be kind of fucked right now. Honestly, I probably would definitely go back, but, I just know that how it is over there now. You can't even post a meme online without being arrested. And as much shit as I've talked over the years, especially recently, over the last probably couple of years, I'm talking a lot of shit about England and the shit that goes on there. I probably am on some fucking list where I'd show up and they'd probably arrest me as soon as I got off the plane. So I don't want to take that chance. They're throwing people in jail for years for posting fucking shit on the internet. Yeah, if it comes to civil war within England, I think that it's going to be like a countryside versus the big cities. Because it's true what you say. Yeah, it's white outside them big cities, but how long is that going to last, They keep letting these fuckers show up on these boats and invading the country. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and eventually you are going to be the minority in your own country. Can I post dumb N-words in Europe? No, because that would be considered racist and that would get you arrested. That would also be considered offensive and get you arrested. Yeah, there's so many examples of people that have been prosecuted and thrown in jail for shit that they post on the internet that it's, they're just stating even just opinions, like what they think about what is going on. And they say, well, you're being offensive. And for that, we're going to put you in jail. It's just crazy. You know, they have a whole two-tiered justice system over there, and it really is. It's horrible. My heart bleeds for England, honestly. What else going on in the world? Try and go back, look at some of your guys' comments, see if there's anything I missed. Dogs taking a lot of attention. Yeah, you know, that's something else, too. I've talked about getting an animal in the past, and I think, you know, everywhere I've been, I couldn't have a dog because, you know, well, when I was on the streets, most definitely couldn't have a dog because what the fuck would I do with a dog if I had to go to work? The apartment that I'm in can't have a dog. When I was in Mexico with Luke, we had chappies. Luke still got chappies. That was his dog. It was always his dog. He had chappies before I ever met Luke, actually. You know, if I go back to stay with my mom, I don't know if she'd let me have one. But then again, you know, it's probably just not a good idea that I ever get another dog because knowing how I am these days, you know, I don't sit still very long. I often get out of nowhere, just pack up and go and leave, travel or whatever. I can't just like abandon a dog like that. Checking out what's vidmax.com has great videos. I don't have a dog in the fight. Vidmax, what is that? Like one of them pirated movie sites? Carrie shared a link, or I think like 3 or 4 links in Discord recently for pirated videos. Or she said there's like all the latest ones on there. I went on there on my telephone after she posted that, and I could see immediately that it was trying to install malware and shit like that, so I got off the website. You know, I agree. Well, why do they give them priority for housing? You know, it's the same thing here, Lucky Leo. They were putting up these migrants or undocumented whatever name they come up with this week that they don't find as offensive. But they would put these people up in these expensive-ass hotels, yet we got homeless veterans. You know, people that have actually, like, fought for the country, served the country, living on the streets. But the illegal motherfuckers that just arrived illegally, they get the priority and they get put up into the expensive hotel. And they get given the debit card or the EBT card or the telephone or the all expenses paid health care, you know. What happened to Piper? Ronnie Piper? Oh, Piper the dog. That's a really good question. I have no idea what happened to Piper. Knowing Ronnie and the things that he said about that dog, I wouldn't doubt he just fucking dumped that dog on the street. I don't know that for a fact, but honestly, I would not doubt that Ronnie just fucking kicked Piper to the curb. That was a good, loving dog, too, and the dog was so loyal to him. Like, you'd go outside, and that dog wouldn't leave his side. Dog would be standing right next to him everywhere he'd go. Oh, Dollar. That's another dog. Dollar, as far as I know, got rehomed, I guess you could say. I believe with one of Arliss's friends. Arliss was Helica's son. I think they were taking care of the dog for a long time. Because I think, when Helica and I were out of the country living in Mexico, her son was taking care of Dollar, but her son then on occasion would go on trips to go to these raves and would be gone for a week or two or whatever. So he'd take the dog to his friend's house. And I'm pretty sure that that dog ended up with one of Arliss's friends. So Ronnie was always a weirdo, but when it came to his love for his dog, another liberal. Ronnie definitely was a fucking weirdo. Yeah, I'm sure that motherfucker, given the opportunity, that motherfucker would be fucking a kid probably. I mean, he said so many like pedo kind of things. I'm sure that motherfucker probably is a fucking a gay pedo. But his love of the dog, he at times would say, "Oh yeah, I love the dog," but then he'd be like, "I'm gonna just throw that fucking dog out on the street," because at one point in time he thought that the dog was pregnant, and he said, "If that dog's pregnant, I'm just fucking throwing it out. I don't want any puppies in here." So he's like, "I'm throwing that dog out if it's pregnant." That's why we come up with money, me, the audience, to take the dog in and get it fixed. You got a dark heart in many ways? Yeah, I think so too. No more boats. I agree, no more boats. Yeah. I liked Ronnie. It could be funny. Have a good time with him, sit around, drink, shoot the shit. But, yeah, I mean, he most definitely, he had some questionable behavior. Let's just put it that way. I get not being able to take care of a pet. It happens, but he was like, I'm gonna dump it on the side of the. Yeah, he was. He was like, he was gonna dump it on the side of the highway. He was. That's when people really started hating on Ronnie when he had said that. We were live on stream, and he's like, yeah, I think he's threatened that a number of times for different reasons. But I do remember that first time was because he was thinking Piper might be pregnant. And he's like, I'm going to fucking just toss that fucking dog on the street. And everybody was like, what the fuck, man? Damn it. Let's turn this key on. Let's see if that'll keep the light on. Let's start the motor. Turn off some air. Turn off the lights. I don't think he was being humorous at all either. I think he was 100% serious about that. I don't think there's anybody that thought that Ronnie was joking about getting rid of Piper. If Piper was pregnant. I don't think there's anybody that doubted that. I don't remember if I ended up telling him, what people were thinking or saying of him after he had said, yeah, I'm going to just fucking dump the dog. I don't think he would have given a fuck anyways. If I would have told him or not, if I had told him, yeah, people are hating on you because you're going to just get rid of Piper, I'm sure he would have been like, I don't give a fuck. That's how Ronnie was. He didn't give a shit about nothing. So the Dodgers won the World Series. I didn't watch one fucking game. In fact, I probably didn't watch one baseball game all season long. I don't watch sports anymore, including the NFL. God, fucking, what's that guy's name? Is it Bad Bunny? I think is the name. What is it? He's Puerto Rican. Dude that wears a dress. Doesn't even really speak English or sing in English. All his show or his songs are in Spanish, Latin, and yeah, that's one of the reasons I had stopped watching the NFL years ago was all the political bullshit that they have, and the taking of the knee and the Black Lives Matter, and the male cheerleaders and shit like that. I stopped watching, and plus they kind of pussified the game. They got way too many fucking rules, and now they have some dude wearing a dress doing the halftime show. It's like, bruh, seriously. Oh yeah, Ronnie was fucking ultra left wing, and he would love to fucking argue. He used to like to watch The View. He used to watch shit all the time. And I would point out shit like when they were lying. I'd tell Ronnie, they're fucking straight out lying. What are you talking about? I was like, haven't you heard? He'd be like, nah, I don't believe that. He just believed whatever he heard on on the TV, man. Yeah, he loved The View. He watched that shit like every day. He had his programs, that he had watched like every day, same shit. And The View was one of them. He was a hardcore lefty, boy. He is a hardcore lefty, rather. I guess nobody else here watches baseball either, huh? Anybody gonna watch that Turning Point USA halftime show? I think it's gonna be like an all country thing. I think I've seen the lineup online, and I believe they're all like country singers. I don't like country, honestly, especially like new country. The storage place where I have my shit, they have the stereo on there like 24/7, and it's tuned into some country station that plays the same shit over and over and over and over, and it's all so bad. It's like country music these days. I've always disliked country, but nowadays it's like, oh my fucking God, stop it, please. Yeah, and they play the same shit over and over. Turning Point show, no. Don't give details, Jimmy. Details about what? Yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't watch a guy in a dress sing. Especially, he doesn't even speak English. I would probably much rather tune into an alternative halftime show, even if it was country, just so I didn't have to watch that garbage. I still like a good football game. I like watching a good game, but you know, all the crap that comes along with the NFL just makes the game really kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. How's the drink? It's all right. I'm pounding it quickly. Kind of lost a lot of the audience. Only got 19 people. You guys got to keep talking, otherwise I'm fucking out of here. I think I think we were up to around 40 something today, and I think the political shit, when we get into that, people like just don't like it. If they're like, you know, if you're talking about their side, they don't like it. It's kind of like what I was saying at that No Kings rally to those people, that you can't even have the conversation, any kind of conversation, with the other side in the United States. And this applies too to, you know, Europe, whatever. It's the same everywhere you go. You can't have a conversation with people with differing opinions on the other side, because people just can't meet eye to eye, or they just won't listen. Everybody's so fucking angry. And it's such a shame. For the simple hobo life, yeah, me too. It's definitely toning down. I don't know about that. You got a fucking guy in a dress about to sing for the NFL halftime show. You know, I heard it. Jay-Z, he's married to Beyonce, right? One of those rapper guys that's married to Beyonce. He apparently has the rights to the halftime show, I think, until next year. And I heard that it happened, or they came to this agreement or this arrangement because of what happened with BLM and the riots and all that shit. We'll let the black guy take over and plan our halftime shows for us. And that's how this Bad Bunny, I think that's what the guy's name is, Bad Bunny, got the job. Get out of the car and look for the 3-Eye Atlas. Wouldn't be able to see it. I hear it's low on the lower eastern horizon. And to the east is the Sandias, big-ass mountain that is blocking the horizon of the east. So besides that, I wouldn't be able to see it. I hear you gotta have a good telescope. I hear that if you have your own telescope, if it's a good one, you can see it. But I think it's next month is when it's supposed to be its closest to Earth. Speaking of Philly, I heard that they busted some black gang out there in the Kensington area that was controlling all the drugs that was going in there. This was some black gang. They busted like 30 of them or something like that, but they were in control of all the dope in that area. And they recently busted them, so maybe you'll see a reduction soon. Yeah, there is a huge full moon. In fact, it's like right above my car right now. Let's see. I'm gonna turn out the lights. Shut up. Got my damn. See how well we can zoom in here. Oh yeah, brother. You know, I really think that my old Samsung Note 20 had a better fucking camera than this one. They say the camera in this thing is better, but I don't think so. This camera doesn't do really well in low light at all. Night of the Comet? No. Did you? For over 2 years. What is the K? I'm assuming you're talking about the Kensington, but what does the A stand for? W. Jimmy, you're gonna hate this, but Apple has a better camera. I'm sure they do. People were talking all kinds of shit to me because I couldn't get on that Sora app, Sora AI, because it wasn't available for Android until, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, it became available on Android. Yeah, people were talking all kinds of shit. You should have stuck with an iPhone. No, thanks. I'm so much happier having the Samsung. I don't care if the camera's not as great as maybe one of my older phones, or an Apple, for that matter. But the ease of use of Android is, I mean, the difference between this and the Apple is night and day. I mean, I have no issues with this thing at all. I do have a laptop. Read above what? It was the outskirts of Badlands. Completely dark now. Oh, Kensington and Alleniggy? I actually don't. How would you pronounce that? Allegheny? I tried to use Sora on the laptop. Actually, at the time when I did try and use it on the laptop, I told you I tried to use Chrome, and it didn't work. I think it crashed the browser. And then you said use Microsoft Edge, and I tried Edge, and it did the exact same thing. So I just said, fuck it. Anyways, the app became available on the phone. I think that was today. Anyways, I was only able to, I only had an opportunity to get on there like really quickly, real short. But I haven't quite figured out how to do a cameo yet. But then again, that's because I haven't had much time to fuck around with it. Miles has been making some new videos with my Ollie Ganny, if you spelled check. Miles has been making some good Sora videos with my image. You guys have all been making these, Rozzy Wolfhound and Miles mainly have been making these Sora videos, but none of the images or none of the AI generated videos have looked like me or sounded like me. I think it's now that I can use the app, and maybe that the video that I made is a cameo. I don't know. But anyways, the videos are looking better now. It's getting better. It works fine for me, and I had to put my VPN on first because it's only supposed to be available in America. I was not using a VPN. I don't know why I had any issues with that. I think I updated the computer too before I even tried it. In fact, I think I tried it just yesterday. I went to the library with my laptop because I've got it here with me in Albuquerque. Went to the library and opened up Edge and tried it, and it wasn't working. Now it's spot on. Especially Muslims. Fuck Muslims. You should do a cameo. That'll be perfect. You know, I should make another second channel. Have a backup channel. I used to do that in the past. I had the Jimi the Hobo channel, and I had the Jimi the Hobo Live. Just in case I get a strike or I get kicked off of YouTube because I talk so much shit and I could be, you know, perma-banned at any moment, I suppose. Do a cameo. That's a problem. I wish I was streaming from the laptop right now because I would show you guys on the telephone. From what I've seen, I don't know how to fucking make a cameo. I think what it is you just click on the plus symbol at the very bottom center. But I don't know. I'll try it again tomorrow probably, as soon as I get some time. But I'll figure it out. There's only so many options there. Can't be that fucking hard. I just haven't had the time to really look. Maybe we should open up a new channel just for all the AI videos. I don't have my laptop here with me. It's in my storage. It's here in Albuquerque, but it's not here in the car. I would erase because comedy is persecuted. Yeah, you can't even make jokes anymore because you might offend somebody. We're going to have to lock you up for that. WW. Don't make jokes at somebody else's expense. We can't have that. No, I don't know about that. I don't really fuck with the support of computers anymore. In fact, I never thought there would come a day that I used my phone more than a computer. I always found using a computer to be the better option for whatever it was that I was doing. I found computers to be faster, stronger, just more easier to use, comfortable. But shit, I use the phone all the time now. I honestly never thought the day would come, but I guess I'm already there. Where do I go to the bathroom at? Well, I pee outside the door of my car. I've never had to take a shit up here. If I did, I've got an emergency roll of toilet paper I carry in the glove box at all times. Just in case I'm like up in the mountains or something, you need to take a dump. I got my emergency paper in there. I mainly use it for wiping my nose and shit like that. But I always keep fast food napkins in my glove box. I always have. I think I got that from my mother. She used to do the same thing, put the fast food napkins in the glove box. And I still do to this day because, man, you never know when they're going to come in handy or you're going to have some kind of accidents or you need some toilet paper or something like that. Look, I got all kinds of, okay, we got some forks in here in case I go and I get some food and I need a fork. I stay prepared, bruh. Got my paper, my emergency roll. Get in there. Whew. Don't get geezer talking about certain people in the Middle East. Yeah, me and Geezer would probably actually get along really good in person, but I have fucked with that guy so much that he hates me, man. If I go into his chat and he sees my name, he bans me like immediately. I guess sometimes occasionally he does a mass unban and I get to get back in there. But if he sees me, he bans me like right away. Whoops. Why not just ditch the place in Silver City? Just stay in the car? No, because I like my place down there in Silver City. I like living down there in the forest and all that. I mean, to be quite honest, it would financially, sure, it would probably be the better idea to just get rid of the apartment and put everything in storage and stay in the car. But yeah, no, I'd like, coming up here, working, making money, work is done, go down there and just relax, have time off, quiet time in the forest, hang out with the boys, smoke a little weed, have some drinks, sleep in my bed, and it's chill. So yeah, I like living down there, and $500 is like nothing, and I really hate to lose that place, but yeah, I think you guys are right. I didn't even really need you guys to tell me about it. I probably really should go back and just hang out with moms and take care of her. I'm not really going to even go there to take care of her. I'm just going to be there for her. Yeah. Hang out. Shoot shit. Poo on the dirt and bury it like a cat. I haven't been in OG's Geezer's stream in forever. I don't go to any IP2 streamers' content anymore. I mean, it's very, very rarely that I go and look at anybody's stream. I mean, for the most part, everybody is over on Kick, and I don't do Kick. I mean, of course, I have the Kick account, and I have streamed there in the past. I probably should stream there now when I do stream, but I don't. But I don't do Kick, and I would rather watch people on YouTube, and I'm out of that whole IP2 community, which is a good thing because, IP2 viewers, a lot of them just brought me fucking headache. And I really didn't want to be involved with a lot of those people. I mean, the majority of those people. You guys know I made videos that said, look, fucking just take me off that network. I don't want anything to do with those motherfuckers. Seems costly driving there back all the time and gas. Well, it doesn't cost me much. It's like, gas here, up here in this area, today I paid $2.31 a gallon. Down in the Silver City area, when I left, it was $2.99. It's still $2.99. It's been $2.99 since I moved there. Gas has been going down and going down and going down, except for in Silver City. It's remained at $2.99 throughout the entire town since I moved there. Gas just does not go up or down. It stays steady at $2.99. But anyways, I can fill up and I can get here and still have probably a third of a tank when I get here. Or if I drive from here to there, I maybe have a third of a tank. So it's costing me anywhere between $20 and $30 to drive down or back or forth, whatever. So it's not really that much money. And I'm not going back and forth that often. Well, I have, sort of, kind of. I never know, how long I'm going to be up here for. So, but right now, on this trip, I believe I'm going to be here for the entire month of November and then head back down. We'll see if that's the case. I don't know. Use gas, buddy. I don't need to use no gas, but I know where the cheapest gas stations are in town. Well, there's two. There's this one that's right here in Rio Rancho, where I go all the time. Then there's one on an Indian reservation down off the 25. Those are the two cheapest places up here. In Silver City, they're all the same price. $2.99. Yeah, they are promoting gambling to minors on Kick. That's because the owners of Kick owned a stake. So they're just trying to promote another one of their websites where they're making money. Live with your mom is the best financial choice. Plus, you can get a second job too. Plus, stream with the green screen. What do you mean live with my mom and get a second job? When I go back to my mom's, I have to get a first job. I don't know. I can get back my old job. You know what my car does have? Flex fuel. My car takes E85, which I did not know. Maybe they told me when I bought it, but I didn't remember. But I was filling up earlier today, and I looked. There's a little sticker by the, little door that opens up where I put the gas in, and I put my glasses on, read it, and it takes E85. So I could have this whole time been getting cheaper gas. But I put 86 in it. Where do I bathe? At the gym. Take a shower. Go and take a shower, boy. Yeah, when I'm up here, I always go to the gym. I just go there to take a shower. I was actually thinking, instead of going and watching movies, maybe I'll start working out. Instead of spending a couple hours sitting in a movie theater, I could just go to the gym and do a little light workout, which I really should do. I've noticed I've gotten so much weaker. I don't know if it's because of my neck or what, but I was telling Eddie a couple weeks ago, I'd done laundry, and I was trying to hang my laundry up in the closet, and I couldn't even hold my arms up to put the shit in the closet. I was like, fuck, I'm so weak. I do believe it's because of my neck, but I don't know. I was just, it ain't right, I'll tell you that much. I'm not feeling good. Hollywoodland. I live stream on YouTube now for a good reason. It's about excess weight. Okay. Are you a fatty? Fatty like me? Yeah, TikTok does suck. TikTok is nauseating. There's way too many states now, she said. Yeah, I don't like TikTok either, because if you do a search, you can't find any fucking thing that you want to actually see. It's all garbage too. You're moving there anyway. Better do some workouts. Consistency. Booger sugar. Yeah, I'm serious about that. I been times where I just feel so weak, just like no strength, no energy whatsoever. I really do have to do something about that. My neck's fucked up. The tramadol doesn't help worth a crap. Bruh. They gave me so many friggin' pills for not just my neck, but my lower back. I don't like pills. Nothing's ever helped with the nerve damage. Nothing can, because it's not going to change the other physical problems that I have in the spine or with my discs or, degenerative disc disease or the spinal stenosis or the cervical myelopathy, or the lumbar laminectomy. I've already, yeah. Once your spine is fucked up, man, you're kind of changes your whole life. Yeah, boogie sugar. My mom, I don't know how many surgeries she's had on her neck and on her spine, but she has suffered so much from those surgeries and gotten infections and had to go back into the hospital and all that. I'm not real keen on the idea. The surgery I need, they told me, we don't want to give it to you because you could end up a quadriplegic. And I don't like that idea at all. I don't want to end up a fucking quadriplegic. The real Don Julio. Gabapentin helps with nerves. Well, I've been told that it hasn't helped with mine. I used to take that years ago. I think, several years ago. What time is it there? Well, that's a good question. 8:04. Surgery helped your sciatica nerve pain? I got so many fucking problems, man. That's something else I have a problem with, is that nerve right down my leg, into my foot, down my ass. Yeah. My mom is a miracle. Versus having both arthritis and bursitis. What the hell's that? You got burrs somewhere on your bones? That's someone to put my headphones on my head for me when I sleep. Who do you ask? Who do you ask to put your headphones on before you go to sleep? You got somebody in the house that you have been telling us about there, homeboy? Warm, dry climate. Well, I'm in a warm, dry climate for the most part. Doesn't help me one fucking bit. You're moving to Las Vegas. Are you moving to Las Vegas or are you leaving Las Vegas? Wasn't that who was that? Nicolas Cage movie. Wasn't that called Leaving Las Vegas? Something like that. I heard Vegas has got really bad. Not good on work, expensive, kind of ghetto. Fuck, Geezer lives there. Muscle in the shoulders get severely inflamed when I have support workers, Jimi, because I'm a disability pensioner. Alright. You getting some now? That's what we all want to know. That's what we all want to know, Ozzy Wolfhound. Uh, 8:07, I'm ready for fucking bed. Oh, my battery's getting low, so I better plug this in. I like to listen to my phone when I go to sleep, too. Although, I've been going to bed listening to podcasts or videos for the longest time. But recently, I've noticed I haven't been sleeping that well, so I thought, let's try and go to sleep without listening to anything. And I have been sleeping pretty damn good the last couple of nights if I turn the phone off. It's not that I'm watching it. I turn the screen off and I just listen to whatever. Well, if I'm listening to an audiobook or I'm listening to a podcast, whatever, it used to help me go to sleep, but I kind of really feel like just turning it off and not hearing anything, I sleep better. Yellow stars, blue diamonds. They're magically delicious. Me Lucky Charms. Haven't had Lucky Charms in a long time. Haven't had cereal in a long time. Could have stopped eating cereal not that long ago. Oh, fuck. I guess I'm going to crawl in the back. I'll finish with my drink. So I got my bed back here. I guess you guys can't even really kind of see it. Oh, there you go. There's my blanket, one of them. There's actually underneath of that dark blue blanket is, let me think about it. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 blankets back there in my pillow. Oh, plus I got 2 camping mats, and I got my yoga mat back there as well. So, try to give myself some cushion, plus, put something in between me and just laying on the car, but it's just, I mainly I do for 2 reasons. 1, for the comfort, and 2, to keep something between me and the cold, keep me separated from the cold, so the cold doesn't just transfer into my body or suck the heat out of my body while I'm in the car. I think I'm gonna have to, if it gets really cold here, I'm gonna have to get something even warmer now. I mean, I know for a fact it's gonna get colder, but if it gets colder this month, where it's freezing ass cold, so far, I don't think it's, I think maybe it did get into the upper 30s, not too long ago, a week ago or something like that. But I think it's been mostly in the 40s recently. So I haven't been too bad, but I like to sleep with my shirt off. I don't like to be restricted, like have the fucking shirt clinging around my neck or whatever. But if I get up to take a piss in the middle of the night, I'm not putting my shirt on. I do put my shoes on so I don't step on any glass or anything out here outside the car. But I go out there and it gets a little bit chilly with no shirt on or no jacket. Guys still with me? I don't think you are. right. Well. It's been nice. It's been fun. Guess I'll be chatting with you all next time. You're here, WW. All right, well. Sorry, the streams are just too boring. I don't really want to stream either because my life is boring. I just live a normal life just like all the rest of you motherfuckers. Well, you probably don't think my life is that normal. I do sleep in my car. You know, I don't it doesn't bother me one bit sleeping in the car. It doesn't bother me one fucking bit. It doesn't bother me going to the gym. I think it's, you know, kind of most definitely got used to going to the gym to shower. You know, after sleeping in the bushes, like I feel like I really moved up here. I'm sleeping in the car. Which it is a step up. If I were homeless, it'd just be a major step up. But I no longer am. But I'm just so used to, honestly, sleeping in the car. I've done it so much in the past, as you guys know. I've slept in the car in the fucking snow here, freezing ass cold. I'm just so used to it. It's not a big deal to me whatsoever. I should live in a hot air balloon. Jefferson's Hobo. Living in a hot air balloon. Moving on up. Oh, fuck. That fucking hamburger I ate earlier at Burger King. Kind of coming back on me, man. Whew. It's the carbonation of this drink. Still wish I had bought a minivan. I'm really happy with this car. I couldn't imagine living in this full time. I guess I could, because if I were like living on the streets and I was living in this car, I would do exactly what I'm doing right now. I would put my shit in storage. I would shower at the gym. I would sleep in the back of this motherfucker. But I couldn't imagine like trying to do like van life, like having all my gear and stuff inside the vehicle with me, because there just simply would not be enough room. Really wouldn't be enough room at all. But if I were like staying in one place in a city, yeah, I could sleep and live in the car. I mean, this is basically what I'm doing now. I may have a home, but I'm still living as if I'm homeless. And I'm okay with that. All right, ladies and germs, I definitely think it's time for me to hit the hay. No idea when I'll see you guys next. But I'm alive. I'm here. I'm doing all right, man. I'm getting by. I'm surviving. Doing my thing. And maybe see changes coming again soon, man. Maybe going back to California, hanging out with moms. I really hate the thought of giving up my apartment. $500 bro. Who gives up a $500 apartment? I think it's the best thing to do, though. For mom. All right, guys, I'll see you later. See you in Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, the link should be in the description below. And until next time, take care. I'll see you. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.